want to like beat on the door and tell them to pipe the fuck down in there. It's after hours and you ain't really about that life, so shut up. So I just wanted to touch base on what I'm learning right now. So after, Friday was that dreaded, awful appointment that ended my transfer cycle, right? So then, what was it? Friday night or Saturday, I check my portal and I see that they want me to do 10 days of Prevera, right? Which I've done before. After any cycle, they want me to do 10 days of Prevera. I'm no stranger to it. But what confused me this time was, and again, the office was like not on the same page, which pissed me off, right? But what the doctor or the nurse told me while I was at the appointment, that just call back when my cycle starts again. And she's like, which should be in a few days as long as you stop taking the estrogen, right? And I was like, okay, yeah. And then they send me the message saying start taking Prevera for 10 days. And I'm like, what? Why? Because I hadn't thought, oh shit. I almost lost my laptop. I hadn't thought about it. Like, I'm thinking that the Prevera is going to like help to bring on my cycle faster. Not thinking that if I stop taking any like meds, any of the hormones, my period is going to kick up on its own, right? So then Saturday, that was Friday night, Saturday morning. So then I called Saturday and I asked another nurse, the same nurse that always answers when I call. I was like, why am I taking Prevera? And also, after your explanation, send me the prescription because you wanted me to take it, but I don't have the prescription. And because they only prescribe you 10 pills for 10 days. Every time that I completed the 10 days, I'm out of the medication and I have to, like, there are no refills and they didn't send the prescription. So I tried to like see that Saturday morning about going to pick it up and they're like, we don't have a prescription, you don't have any refills, like what? So then I call for her to send it, but also I'm like, why am I on it at this point? What are we doing? Because I never know. And she's just like, it's, the doctor wants you to take it it's like to regulate your period. And I was just like, okay. They told me that if I just stopped taking the estrogen that it would come. So I'm just trying to understand what we're doing here. And she's just like, well, you don't have to. It's up to you. And I'm like, what? Like, I get that. Everything is up to me. I know that part. But it doesn't make sense. Like, if it's, like, why is that the choice? Either stop taking all the meds and wait for your period to come in a few days because that's what normally would happen, or, like with birth control, right? Or wait for your period to come after you take 10 days of the, like, more hormones. I don't understand. But if it's up to me, I'm opting for you to go ahead and send the prescription just in case, but I'm not taking it. Like, I'm not taking the Provera because I've been on estrogen this entire, like, time. My cycle is canceled, and now you want to put me on Provera for another 10 days. I'm already fucked up. Like, my insides, my innards are already, like, everything is just jacked up. Everything is messed up, right? I don't want to be on any more hormones unless it's progesterone, which lets me know that we're in a good place, but we're not there. So I'm not going to take it. And I was just like counting the days. Like, if I stopped taking the estrogen, which I had, theoretically my cycle would start in this amount of days. If I take Provera whenever I get it for X amount of days and then stop that, I would get my cycle in X amount of days. And I'm like, why are we, it's not making it come quicker. It's making it go longer. Like, I'm not doing this. So I did not even go get the prescription. I don't want to. I just wanted to give my body a break. And sure enough, guess what shows up today? And what's today? It's Wednesday. I stopped Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 5 days later, rather than 12, 13 days later, guess who showed up today? Guess what? I'm going to call them first thing tomorrow and make my appointment to start my transfer cycle all over again. I'm not waiting another, like, 2 weeks, week and a half to start over. You guys jacked me up. My period is back. I'm back. We're starting over. There will be no more cancellations whatsoever. No new nurses, no new techs. I want my regulars. I'm not putting up with their shit this time. Hell, I may not even tell anybody that other than my job because I have to. Well, maybe no. If I call them tomorrow and set this up for Saturday, nobody has to know shit for my first appointment. And we're going to kick this off and we're going to see how it goes. I'm tired. I want this to be done. I'm not playing any more games. So that's where we're at. October 4th, Wednesday. My appointment is going to be Saturday. Just letting everybody know to start over. Attempt number 3 at transfer number 2. So that's also explaining why, I have been hiding out in this apartment like a turtle and just in my feelings and not wanting to do anything because hormones. This is why I didn't want to add any more to the mix because I'm already jacked up from being on estrogen for so long and then stopping and getting off. My body is tired of me and I don't blame it. Anyways, I know I look like a poodle. Let me get off here. Oh my God. I really could use a donut or some bread or something. I don't have any of that. Crackers. I don't have any of that. Oh man, I'm so thirsty. Let's wake up. See what's going on in the world. Oh Oh, hey, plants. This place is a mess. Whew. Where do I begin? First of all, let's start with the date, shall we? It is October 25th, and today marks the 40th day since my last cycle. Yes, 40 days. The last time this happened was in January, where I nearly lost my mind because it was 43 days in between cycles. And when I say cycle, I don't mean necessarily an IVF cycle, but at the same time, yes, I mean periods. And I'm frustrated because a while ago I said that I was going to call and make my appointment probably for that next day, that Saturday or whatever, because there were signs of my period starting, meaning spotting, which also pisses me off because pretty much this entire time I've been crying about how I don't spot. I've never spotted in my life. Well, weeks ago, I did spot. Now I know what that's like. It's bullshit. When that finally happened, I thought it was the very, very, very start of like my period, and I was gonna call LIC right away and get this ball rolling again and get right back into my transfer cycle. Well, that spotting lasted all of what? Maybe 2 days and then went away. And nothing happened since. And what's upsetting is that spotting was probably the result of me stopping the estrase, which is fine. That seems normal. But okay, my body recognizes that I'm not on any hormones. When are you going to start a menstrual cycle? Because 40 days out, bitch, either you know that the last time we bled was 40 days ago, or you know that the last time we bled, according to when we stopped hormones, was 28 days. So what are we doing? I'm frustrated because this entire time since stopping the estrase, I have literally felt symptoms of like my period coming every single day. And it's just like, I want my body to stop playing games with me. I'm tired. I've been patient AF. I've been trying to relax and just let things happen. I let go of the pure lividness. I don't even know if that's a word, but it is right now. Like my anger from how my last cycle ended. Like I've dealt pretty damn well considering, and now I'm freaking out because why is this happening again? Like why? I don't know if my body is confused because of like all the meds that I was on. I don't know. Again, like I was crying back in January, I don't know if this is like how, like what my body is doing now being perimenopausal, and I just didn't know it because we've been like on and off meds and like controlling the cycle. I don't know what's actually happening. I've been doing pretty good, but this week I want to strangle something. Not literally. I just feel so pissed off about everything. I don't want to be bothered by anyone. I want to cry for no reason. I'm mad because when they told me to stop taking the estrace and start taking this stupid Provera, and then when I called and asked them why I was taking the Provera, and they told me, well, it's to regulate your cycle, and it was up to me. Even that little bit I didn't understand, and that pissed me off. And I said, no, like if it's up to me and my period is going to start on its own anyways, then I'm going to choose not to do the drugs and just let my body do what it wants. And I'm mad at myself because I made a choice, and now of course this is happening. But it's kind of like, fuck that. How unfair. All I did, I've not been trying to be difficult. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for explanations and answers. And I kind of feel like the crazy one for asking questions. And then when I do, or when I make a small decision like this, like it all goes to shit very quickly and easily. And it's just not fair. And so now it's like, today's day 40. I could either keep waiting every day for my period to come, or I could start taking the Provera today and do 10 days of that and then wait for it to come. It's just so unfair, and I hate this. I hate it with a passion. And I am hoping that how I'm feeling inside myself right now, which is like absolute cringy. I just want to like unzip myself and crawl out and like go take a nap. I'm hoping that the way that I'm feeling this week is like the indicator that any second now my period is going to come. Because when I tell you I'm just like, I can't stand anything. Yesterday I felt really, really terrible. I've been feeling a little nauseous, but everything that I'm feeling is in an extreme way and for absolutely no reason. And so despite me having symptoms this entire time, this week has been like the strongest. The last 48 hours have been the strongest sensations, or I don't know, see, whatever I'm feeling, right? And cramps also, but like I'm hoping and praying that my period comes any second, but also I've been feeling this for a while, so I'm not holding my breath. I'm extremely disappointed in everything and everybody. Like everything that anybody tells me just upsets me, annoys me, and I just want to withdraw. And I have, for the most part. But it's been really difficult for me to focus at work. Of like what's going on, what hasn't been going on, how I'm feeling, and which is absolutely nothing. It's just crickets. It's silence. I'm also like extremely scared. Like I'm anxious and ready to like get on with this and like finally get to the point where I'm actually having a transfer. I really like am ready for that. But at the same time, and even more so, I'm terrified of the transfer because I'm just terrified that it's not going to work. And like the math of it all sucks for me. I hear like stories and like on my podcast, I hear people talk about they have like 30 some odd eggs and how like 18 of them became embryos, and then of those 18, 11 were tested, and then of those 11, like 5 of those were genetically normal, right? Those are like real numbers. 30 some odd eggs, 18 fertilized to be embryos, 11 tested, PGTA tested, 8 to like 5 to 8 of those were normal. So from going from a large number retrieved to the small amount that actually come back normal, that's a lot of math, right? I have only ever been able to get 1 egg at a time. I've never really been good at statistics and probability. I've always hated it, dreaded it. But even I know that my odds of getting a healthy embryo, because I haven't tested this one and I didn't test the last one, the odds of me having a healthy embryo are pretty much nothing short of like celestial, like heavenly, because it's literally going to take a miracle in order for me to retrieve a perfect egg that becomes a perfectly genetically normal embryo. It would be like winning the lottery. In my opinion, that's the only thing that I can equate it to, is winning the lottery. And only buying 1 fucking ticket. Because these other people that I'm like, these other examples that I'm mentioning, they're buying 30 tickets or 40 tickets or 25 tickets, right? And their chances are higher. They end up having like these entries into the lottery, and let's just say that actual chance is anywhere from 5 to 8. I'm buying 1 ticket. Right? Am I making sense? Like, I don't know. And I go back and forth between like having extreme positivity and like faith and like all that stuff. And then I have moments like this past month and some where I'm just like, this shit isn't gonna work. You need to get ready to figure out how you're going to live the rest of your life childless. And so it's like, as much as this whole process, right? As much as I have like pushed myself and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed for this to happen, the back end, I'm also like preparing myself for the absolute worst. I'm also preparing myself to be a childless single person. Yeah, I think my period is coming. I really hope that this is actually a happy moment and not actually sad, because I don't like, I've been doing good. I've been doing good where I like just don't want to cry randomly for no reason. I've had conversations with people about everything that's going on, and I have been totally fine. I've been fine. But like, it's only what, Wednesday? And like this entire week, I've just felt like scum of the earth, like just shitty. I'm struggling because I need help, in the sense of like, I need help to like keep going. I need help being picked up and like encouraged, and I need to be taken care of. Because I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to take care of myself. And it sucks. And it's hard to keep like peeling up and like finding the strength to do it for yourself. Like, I haven't been eating very well, or at all. I haven't been sleeping well. And so I guess what I'm actually saying is that while I have convinced myself that I've handled this well the past 40 days, I guess I haven't. I've been like surviving, but I guess I haven't been doing very well. And I've had some really weird conversations and encounters in this time that has made me feel really insecure about not being okay, which is totally healthy and understandable to not be okay. But I've developed this like deeper, because it's kind of always been there, but I've developed this deeper insecurity with not disclosing or revealing to anybody else that I'm actually struggling, and that it has been kind of ongoing for some weeks, right? Anyway, I really, really, really need this period to come on so it can stop fucking torturing me, because I hate being emotional and exhausted. It slows me down in every way. It makes it difficult to just go on. And I hate hormones. I haven't said that in a really long time, but I fucking hate hormones. It's the absolute truest of truth serums. Truth, real feelings, all of the things. And I hate feeling them in this way. I hate hating everything. Peace. I need peace. I guess that's all that I can think of right now. I just want to go home. And I just came from there. I wish people would try harder. I'm okay. No, I'm not. I'm better than yesterday. Feeling better than yesterday. Feeling much, much better than Tuesday. So how about I finally decide to go and pick up my prescription for this 10-day Provera, because it's just like, damn it, it's day 41. Nothing has showed up. I'm tired of wasting time. I made the decision in the first place to not take the meds. Let me at this point, let me stop playing and go and get the prescription and take the 10 days and get this going, right? Even though it still feels like any minute now I could start. I go to get my prescription and it's just more estrogen. I'm like, estradiol? That's not what they wanted me to take. They wanted me to take Provera. So why did I just pick up estrogen? And then I'm looking at my other pharmacy. I'm like, well, maybe that was like a prescription that was refilled automatically without me asking. And maybe they sent the Provera to my other pharmacy. So I look up on the app, the other pharmacy, to see if there's any prescriptions waiting for me. And there isn't. So when I called weeks ago, the next day after my whole transfer blew up again, transfer cycle, I called and asked her to send the prescription. She said that she did, but did she send the wrong shit? Oh my God, what does this mean? So I finally go and get it. They send it's the wrong thing. So does this mean that I need to not take it and just like keep being patient and wait for my body to do its thing? Because it's going to happen and I'm just forcing it? Or do I need to call up there and cuss somebody out and have them send the right shit that they prescribed me, that they wanted me to take weeks ago? I'm so annoyed. And like my new friend, I have like referred her to my fertility center and talked about how great it is. But at the same time, I'm complaining about these mishaps and my experiences and not selling her on it. And it's like, y'all are fucking up with me, first of all. So now I have to call them and find out what the fuck they want me to do at this point. So how about I called the nurse's station and she's like, we sent that September 30th to Walgreens. And I was like, okay, well, it's not there. So what? And she's just like, well, we can see in our system directly that it was sent. So you need to check again. And then so I was like, okay, fine. And then so I was like, would you all suggest that I continue to wait for my cycle to start, or should I start taking the Provera at this point? And I don't even know why I ask. But basically she's like, well, you can try going to your family doctor to see if they can induce your cycle. With what? Like how? because it's been like over 30 days now. Duh, I know that. It's been over 40 days now, actually. So I'm gonna end up, I don't like want to be this way, but it's gonna happen. I am just going to write a long email to whoever's in charge expressing my concerns again, and I'm gonna make sure that they get it this time, because this is the second time where I've been extremely disappointed and frustrated because of a ball dropped. And granted, I have my roles to play in the situation also, but um, everything is a domino effect, right? So maybe I wouldn't have made my decision had it not been for the events that led to me making the decision. Uh, I'm gonna write an email because I'm tired and I want better communication and I want real answers. Um, and I just want to feel like somebody gives a fuck still at this point in my journey, because I'm not feeling love. And I sure as hell am not calling up there to be put on the doctor's list to have a conversation with him. That shit is just gonna send me over. So I'm gonna write an email and somebody is gonna need to reply. Even if I have to write to another doctor or something in that same clinic. So then I call freaking Walgreens and I'm like, yo, where's my shit? My like doctor said that they sent this 30 days ago, and they're like, do you know what it's called? And I was like, it's called Provera. And they're like, well, do you know how many, like the dosage? And I was like, no, I don't. Like, do you really need me to pull that up? Like, I don't know. And then so finally she's like, oh no, I found it. It's Madrox, like she couldn't pronounce it. Fine. It's a hard word. It's a hard, long word. And I was like, medroxyprogesterone? And she's just like, yeah, it's the generic version. She's like, it's here. It was like sitting somewhere, blah, 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 like archived. And I was like, I don't know what none of that means, but is it ready or not? And she's like, well, they sent it on 9:30. And I was like, okay, that adds up. Why didn't I get any notifications or anything about it? She's like, do you need it? Do you want me to fill it? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to come and pick that up today. Can I do that? And she's just like, well, let me make sure that we have it. What do you mean? They do this every single time. I don't know why. And then she's like, let me go check to see if we actually have it. And I'm like, when were you guys going to communicate with me about my shit? She comes back and she's like, yeah, we can, like, I'll have him like prepare it for you and for you to pick up today. And I was like, thank you. That's all. Thank you. So whatever comes first, either me getting the prescription or me dropping down. Yeah. I'm sitting on the couch, obviously, right? I heard this morning on this morning on something I was listening to, okay? And they said black owned business. I don't know why that's funny for me, but I'm sitting on the couch minding my black owned business. And